Welcome back. We are in the kitchen with Chef Romeo from Romeo's Kitchen and Spirits. Welcome back to the show.
Nice to be back.
Yes, how's your fall/winter been?
Yeah, I just forgot about the fall and straight to winter.
I know.
I don't like snow.
Yeah.
I really don't like snow. So.
No, being from the Philippines originally, I'm sure you don't see a whole bunch.
Yeah, you know, at first you're like, whoa, cool, there's snow. And then next thing you know, it's like, no, it's not as fun.
The novelty takes no time to wear off, right? However, it looks like it's here for a while. We are cooking up some mussels today, and I'm sure, like everything you do, they're going to be delicious.
Oh, this is going to be awesome because it's one of my favorite broth we put together when I was in Vancouver. I'd always go to this, they call it hawkers. So it's basically like a street food, Malaysian, Singaporean dishes that they serve in there. And they always serve this, and I always have this at least once a week.
Really?
So, so about 2 months ago, I said, you know what? Why don't I recreate that? And that's what we did here. We brought in some galangal. We brought in some fresh galangal, ginger, a little bit of that Thai spices that I really like in the dish, and we put it together.
What was the first ingredient?
Galangal. Well, galangal is almost like, you know, a lot of people would think it's ginger, but it's close to it, almost the same flavor, but it's not as strong as a ginger because ginger kind of overtakes the dish when you use it. So I really like that part.
What is the secret to a really good bowl of mussels? Like
bowl of mussels?
Yeah.
Really, the thing is, mussels kind of has that you know, distinct flavor to it. You don't want to hide that too much. You kind of just want to work around that. So, you know, a lot of places would put like heavy cream and stuff like that. It kind of kills the mussels itself.
Right.
I don't like to do that. And I'm going to show you guys what I did here because I simplified the dish itself.
Okay.
I used this broth because I think that it goes nice with mussels. And yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So a little bit of garlic just to sweat it off.
Yeah.
A little bit of chili spice to give that spiciness in the dish. Again, that's as far as I'll go with putting some spices in there. And what I did was I put all my flavoring in the broth itself.
Okay.
Right? So the trick with mussels is like you gotta cook fast.
Yes.
The faster you cook them, the better it is for the mussels because they would shrink on you really fast if you do it slow as well.
Yeah, and we want them to open.
Pardon me?
We want them to open.
Yeah, just like slightly open.
Just
and
slightly.
Once it's slightly open, you know when it's good to go. And then just like I just put that broth, like I said. Again, a little bit of chicken stock, galangal, garlic, some lime juice, a little bit of a lime leaf, and some other stuff to go with it.
Okay, so the top to the pot goes on. You let them steam for a minute.
I'm just gonna let it steam. You know, it'll take about 2 or 3 minutes, right? And you're gonna be careful of that part because you don't want to overcook the mussels. Sure. And with this dish, we went to Vancouver and we brought in a bread. It's called roti canai.
What is that made out of?
This is made with this flour, eggs, milk, and really that's it. It's almost like an Indian derivative of roti. Just basically like a flatbread. It's beautiful with this dish because what it does is it's flaky and it also has a little bit of that texture. So it's awesome when you're eating this, you know, when you're dipping your bread in there and stuff like that.
Is it kind of like naan bread or no?
Yes, pretty close to it. Yeah, absolutely. The only difference is it's not as rich as the naan bread. Naan bread has a little bit more bite to it.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Okay.
And this one is almost like like I said, like a little bit more of a flatbread. So again, like, you know, there's nothing better than eating fresh bread. So, you know, I really like this bread. There's a little bit of simplicity in it, and then it has that flavor that you really like. So again, you know, I'm starting to see that it's starting to come out.
Yes.
I'm just gonna crank it up here a little bit, and we're gonna finish it with a little bit of evaporated milk.
Oh, that's an interesting thing.
Yeah, because they would do two kinds. Either they use coconut milk, or they would use just the broth, or they would use like evaporated milk. I like the evaporated milk better. It's almost like putting cream, but also it's not as heavy.
Okay.
So it's lighter. So I like putting milk, but reduced almost like. Okay. So again, I didn't want to overpower the mussel.
Yes.
So the thing is like trying to play around with it more than trying to hide it.
That's right.
Yeah. So again, a little bit of that lime. I like to finish it with the lime last because the lime juice can split the milk itself, so I'm trying to be careful not doing that. Yeah. Anything plans for the winter?
Staying warm.
Yeah.
Maybe some skiing, maybe a getaway.
Oh, that'll
we'll
be
see.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this is a good time of the year to improve your cooking skills as well, right? You're
Yes,
indoors
exactly.
all the time.
You're in the kitchen even more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. And this is one of those dish that I kind of like to eat around this time of the year because it's nice and warm, a little bit of spice to it.
Yes.
Tom yum really means like hot and sour. So it's kind of perfect around that time of the year.
Nice.
Like sometimes I don't even understand because this food is almost like winter food, but
Yes.
they eat it in like the hottest part of the world. So
Yes.
you know, it's amazing how that thing works out.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So again, the mussels, I just looked at it and kind of getting there. Best time to eat the mussel is really the time of the burrs, like the September, November, October.
The burrs.
Yeah, because it's colder outside. The mussels are more plump.
Yeah.
They really stop eating. Same
Okay.
thing with oysters and stuff like that.
Yes.
Talking about oysters, we're actually doing Steak and Lobster Fest starting on November
Yes,
15th.
right.
So I'm really excited about that because
Yeah.
those are the best time to eat this product. You know, some people think that it's a summer food, but really, this is the best time to eat them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. A good seafood chowder,
It
maybe?
really is. Yeah, exactly.
Delish.
Yeah. It's like being in the East Coast. Right? So again, just like really simple dish itself. Some of that mussels, that broth. I'm just gonna let these mussels come out of there. And you know, some people think that they have to cook it a little bit more. I'm more of I want to keep the texture of the mussels itself.
Right. They get tough, don't they, if they're
They
overcooked?
do. They get rubbery and stuff like that, and they shrink. Yeah, and then when you go to like a good seafood place, you know, you want to ask, you know, how old are the mussels or how long have they been sitting there, because it's very, very important as
Right.
well.
It makes an impact on how they taste.
Yeah. So a little bit of that cilantro
Awesome.
and some kaffir lime leaves. We cooked the broth itself with it, but I just wanted to add more of that citrusy flavor.
Look at that. It smells
There we go.
heavenly.
It really is. It's amazing. And it goes with this bread. Again, you know, I like to dip it with a little bit of bread.
A little bit of
And it's gonna
something
serve
to
with that
sop up
bread.
the juices with. How delightful is this?
There we go.
Is this an appetizer or a main course?
This is an appetizer.
Yeah, delicious.
Yeah, it's you gotta try it. It's something like really, really different. A lot of spices, not like too hot. Again, it's hot and sour. You know, you can ask us if you want it spicier or tone down the spice, but there it is.
That sounds just
my
delicious.
tom yum.
It smells delicious as well. Romeo, always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. If you'd like to try these mussels or any of the other fabulous creations that Romeo is making, you can certainly do so. romeoskitchen.ca as well. The phone number is on the screen, 372-5312. Quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.